Hello there. I'm Toaster.png. I'm your guide for specifically the Ninja2 VST. Now, you may be wondering, what the fuck is the Ninja2 VST? It's a very good VST. No, basically what it is it's a audio type deal, right? Basically, here, I'll just show you. So, first, if you don't have the Ninjas 2 VST, go download it. I'll probably leave a link in the description if I remember where I downloaded it. If I don't, well, just Google it. Anyways, so here's how it works. So say we have Ninjas 2, right? Please note, this works in LMMS, this works in anything that really supports VSTs. I'm only showing you in FL Studio because I'm currently making something, and it happens to be in FL Studio. It's my first ever proper chromatic. So here's how it works. At least here's the basics, the very basics. I have no idea what the fuck most of this stuff does. But here's what I do now. One, when you open it, this is where you go to get whatever audio source, right? So if you want to zoom in, zoom out, you use the scroll wheel, right? You don't even have to hold down control. You just do the scroll wheel and it'll zoom in on wherever the hell you're hovering over. And say you want to move left or right. Now you just hold down middle click and, drag left or right, which can be a bit annoying, not gonna lie, especially if you accidentally scroll or something, but that doesn't really matter. So now that we know that, these markers are basically its attempts at saying, hey, this is where we think the start of a note or something is, right? So it can give you a rough idea of, how things are placed. However, it makes mistakes, as you can see. Like, one's missing here, all of that. We don't give a shit about that at the moment. Right now, we give a shit about the slicing. As you can see, right now, it says 1, because it takes the entire, as a default, it takes the entire thing as one big slice, right? Now, I know for a fact that my current thing is 25 different notes, meaning you're going to need 25 slices. So raw will put it, I guess, if I remember correctly, raw will just evenly divide it upon the entire thing, the entire audio. Just 25 slices evenly spaced. For onsets, it'll move it to where it thinks these starts are. It'll actually remove or add slices if it thinks you've added too many or too little, which can be a little annoying, but luckily it has a solution for that. Also, if you're wondering, play modes are pretty simple. So say we take this note, right? A nice solid E. Also, it looks like it's starting here. It's not actually. If you zoom all the way out, it works just fine. It's just a weird little visual glitch. But we have our... This is clearly the wrong note, but... Wait. We're good. So... Yeah, that just plays this section straight forward. If you hit loop, it loops it, right? So say, we'll get to how this stuff moves in a sec, but say I do that, it'll loop. You can't control Z, however, you can't really fuck a ton of things up, so that's nice. So you have that. Sensitivity. I am not entirely sure what sensitivity does, but, I mean, we can find out real quick. Oh, okay, so sensitivity low, I think, lowers, what it thinks would actually count as a slice. But if we up the sensitivity, oh yeah, it just goes crazy where it thinks onsets and stuff are. So let's bring that down. I have no idea why it's lagging so hard. This is actually a bit better. So let's bring that up to 25. If you don't know how many slices are in your thing, that's okay. Just count. basically. Bring that back up to 25. Nope, never mind. So, now that we have some slices, let's turn down that sensitivity. It hurts my soul to look at. Come on. Not sure how I'm doing this. Not gonna lie. Which is a bit annoying. Right? So, anyways, backwards, we'll play the sample backwards. Right? Also, each of these sections has their own play mode. So say I want this one to play backwards, this one to play forwards, and this one to loop. It'll do that. So... Right? So that's pretty cool. This one, of course, is backwards loop. If you haven't figured it out, I don't need to show that one off. You can probably figure out what that does. So anyways, what we need to do now is we want to get our first sample done. So what you do is these green arrows mark where something starts. You can't move the very first one, but if you say add one in between, you can actually get rid of that one. If I remember correctly. Yeah, you can get rid of the first one as long as there's one after it that works properly. If I remember correctly. Oh shit, you can't. Oh well. But you can't delete the very first one, but you can delete the very last one. I know that for a fact. As you can see. Well, I mean, you can't delete this one, but we'll get to how I'm making those in a second. So, what we want to do is, for this example, we want this first sample, right? So what we do is, instead of moving this, right, which would move, if I move over here, which moves both the start of part 2 and the beginning and the end of part 1, we just want to move actually, we do want to move this over. No, we'll leave it. We want to just move that. So what you do is you just grab the blue one. Please note, you can move this one, right, by moving the bottom thing. You just can't move the top thing. We want to move this to where the end of it is. So adjust a little. Right, that works perfect. But, there's a note here, and I don't want to go all the way over there to drag that one back. So what you can do is actually anywhere on the screen, if you double left click. No, is that not right? Oh, wait. That can't be right. Okay, so I guess you can't do it in these grayed out areas. So you would have to move this back, right? However, if you say, do move it back. Oh, wait, don't want that one. Okay, so we do in fact move it back. I should have moved it by the red. Fuck. There we go. So we have this one, right? We move it back just a little more. That works. But we want a marker to start here / end here. So what you do, double left click, bam, new marker. So now this, now I can move this over. This one I can move over to the right a little, and bam, that works. Now we want another what? I said we want another. Why is it suddenly not working? Oh wait, do I have to up the slices? Wait, turn it to raw. Huh. That's weird. Why is it not letting me add another one? Lets me add one there. Well, that's a little weird, But always remember, if it's not letting you add a slice, just move shit around until it does. Anyways. If you've ever used polyphone, this probably seems familiar. I have not personally used a lot of polyphone, however, some things are definitely similar. Oop, did not mean to do that. Ah, shit. That's where you always have to be careful with your double clicks, kids. Oh. Okay, that was weird. I had to zoom out at a slice. So that's how you do all that. Please note, I have no idea what attack, decay, sustain, or release do the instant I learn that. I'll either update this video or add a description. Like I'll make an update video or a description. So, fun, right? I did not mean to get rid of that. Fuck. Okay. Okay, so before we continue, I will say, if you're wondering, okay, how do I save this? Or how do I, make sure I can come back to this again? Well, actually, two things. One, say I'm working on this, but it's like, okay, I also want a version that loops, right? I wanna have a version that loops. I can go into programs, right? You can have up to 16. I go to program number 2. Number 1 has this. Number 2, let's say I bring it up to 25. Slice, clearly it's going to drop down, be wrong, whatever. Say I make it so all of these loop despite them being completely uncut, right? No editing, none of that. Okay, that's all well and cool. How do I save that? That's a good question. I am not entirely sure how to do that for FL Studio. Yeah, no, I legit have no idea how to do that in FL Studio. But I can tell you in LMMS, if we say move over to LMMS, where I happen to have this have something open. Whoa, crazy. Let me just. This is part of what I'm working on. We have this, right? We go into programs, we slice however the fuck we want, right? Oop, didn't mean to minimize that. So if you know how to save this kind of stuff in FL Studio, basically do the equivalent of this in FL Studio, but, we have our two different things, right? Like here, just to prove it, we'll make some of these just loop, right? Different cuts. You go to wherever you save a thing, right? You save a preset, save the preset. I'm gonna save it, in LMMS presets. Gonna put it as example Nikusa don't use, because this one's not particularly going to be used, but you save it, and well, that's it really. So now it's like, okay, I want to use Nikusa again, right, for this one. So you go, you load your preset or whatever the hell you do to get the VST ready. You have it open. You go to your presets. You go to your presets. You do whatever the hell. Hit it, right, and open it. However, as you can see, as you cannot currently see, keep forgetting it's popped out. As you can see, it does bring the oh wait, shit. What? That can't be right. Wait. Am I going crazy? Okay, so load in the VST. Check. Yep, no sample loaded, none of that. Close it. Go to LMMS, go to presets, go to your presets, open your presets, GUI. As you can see, it does not have the right amount of slices. Or at least not here. Which is weird. It does for the second one. It doesn't for the first one most of the time, which is weird. Or at least it remembers the number of slices, at least for LMMS. So in LMMS, you're going to have to go in and manually adjust the number of slices and everything. If you're in FL Studio, though, I assume you're just going to have, slightly, not even slightly. You're just going to have like a better saving system, I assume. I don't know, because I'm a little dumb. If you do have a better saving system, you might want to use it. Yeah, just do that. If someone could tell me how to do it in FL Studio, I'd be very happy. Oh wait. Oh shit, never mind. Okay, so I figured out how to do it just now. Save preset as, save it to wherever you're going to put it. For example, I'm going to put it in my right. Okay, save it as a state file. Okay, so we have that. Now exit out of that. Yeah, no, I can just reopen it. Okay, so exit out of that. Let's add a new one, Ninjas2. Completely empty. Nope. Oh, no, that would be in the, down here. Okay, so, and then it's an FL shit. Okay, hey, there we go. Okay, so it seems to have the same problem of you need to make sure all of your patterns are just not on number one. Make sure they're on everywhere else, right? So like this saved just fine, this didn't. So basically when you save this, you have to save it on literally any of the other patterns that isn't the first one. Which, for me is fine because I am, in this one's still saved. Also, little thing that's actually fairly important now that I think about it. if you, I think, hold shift and then press another pattern, it'll copy that pattern over. So now if I, go and save the preset again, go to the proper thing, save it, yeah, it already exists. So now if I say, go to here, get rid of this, refresh browser, in theory, if I just do that, oh, okay, that's weird. Just to make sure, like, it'll save all the slices and stuff as long as it's not on one. But as you can see now, it has saved. So that's how it works with LMMS too. So, yeah, that's all I currently know about Ninjas2. I am not gonna lie. I'm gonna cut this again because I don't need it. Or delete it. But yeah, that's what I know about Ninjas2. The things I don't know are what the attack, decay, sustain, release things do, and what pitch bend depth does. But that doesn't really matter. Hopefully people can tell me, and I may do a follow-up video. So thank you for watching. I hope it made any sort of sense. And also, if you're wondering what I was accessing in the folders down behind the icon, that was the folders that I kept the preset in, right? That's all you really need to know. So that's where I kept it. So yeah, anyways, long story short, that's how Ninjas2's work. I hope this helps. Sorry for rambling and also this being long, but yeah. Have a good one.